Hello, welcome to this quick update for the US and Canada. So first, the severe weather. The US, we do have the slight risks, still a smaller area, but there North Carolina and Southern Virginia and Northeastern South Carolina there. So be careful in those areas. We have many marginal risks scattered around. First one in southernmost Florida, the Keys, probably for a small waterspout tornado threat, and one in northern Florida too, and the bigger one for South North Carolina, especially North Carolina and Virginia there. So be careful. And another one in Ohio and parts of western Pennsylvania and into Indiana. So let's see here. Tornado threat is just 2% in all the areas. Not all, but like some parts of central North Carolina and southern Virginia into South Carolina. A hint of northeastern Florida, and in the Keys there in southernmost Florida. Be careful, some water spouts. And does show like Pennsylvania and Ohio there, the tornado threat. The wind threat is the slight risk, like a 15% and a 5%, and also 5% northern Florida and from Indiana to Pennsylvania. So be careful, some damaging winds, those storms there, and hail, less than 5%. So let's see, sporadic damaging gusts are possible this afternoon over central eastern Carolinas into southern Virginia. More isolated severe storms may occur parts of central Appalachians and Ohio Valley and southernmost Florida. So be careful those areas there. Tomorrow, no thunderstorms. Day 3, no thunderstorms. So yeah, be aware. And later, not later, but like fire stuff, nothing today for day 1, but tomorrow we do have a critical, some parts of New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma Panhandle, and like into Colorado too, and some spots of Kansas and Oklahoma, and even small elevated in California there. So be careful tomorrow. And let's see. So today's link is in the description. You can read the discussion if you want, but still like lowering relative humidity and some gusty winds might add a lot of fire danger there. So stay safe. Now for like the general stuff here, it does show some yellow areas there, North Carolina, South Carolina, the severe storms. The storms and the dotted green areas possible, and I don't know why this keeps showing up. Just go away, please. Now here, so does show some general rain. It's also the northeast and the green areas today for like Sunday. Does show some freezing rain possible northern Maine for today, and it's right in the middle of the day, so consider that this might be happening already there. So sorry for making this video kind of late, and also this means the storms are already happening, but better late than ever. So let's see, across the west does show some heavier snow in Oregon and Idaho and Washington, the mountains, and general mixed precipitation across there, and also freezing rain shows Montana, South Dakota possible, some storms or rain along California and the west coast. For like Monday the 30th does show the critical fire in gray, the mixed precipitations, some spots the northeast, and the plains also show some freezing rain possible, South Dakota and Iowa there, some in Idaho, some heavy snow. Does show some general snow in the Rockies there, those areas. So be aware. And sorry for this again, and does show Washington and Oregon still some mixed precipitation, a little bit heavier snow in northern Washington there. So be aware. Tuesday the 31st does show some general snow possible Wyoming, northern Colorado, some spots of Idaho, and to Washington and Oregon some as well. So be aware, but some mixed precipitation still the northeast in some areas. So now for, I don't know what's happening here, because excessive rainfall, because I always use this on, the laptop, so this here is different. So here, So it does show uh, here. So day one does show there, like in California, a slight raise just off the Sierra Nevada there. So be aware, because of that rain might be a threat of landslides and some flash flooding. It does show a marginal all the way up to southern Washington, and also southern Florida, kind of a wet day, southwestern Florida. So be aware there too, but elsewhere doesn't show much. Day 2, less than 5%. Day 3, day 4, and day 5 doesn't show. So yeah, be aware. Now let's see if there's something else important, like day 3 for 7, the hazards there. So here, sorry for this again, I'm so sorry. So here, day 3 for 7 does show some high winds and marginal risk near like the plains and some areas there where the critical fire is forecasted, and does show some heavy precipitation the northwest, and even shows some heavy snow there near the Great Lakes. So be aware those areas. Now, like day 4 through 8 in Alaska, yeah, nothing. So be careful those areas. Now here, like the snowfall, let's see what I have in the next 48 hours. So does show there's some more snow along the Rockies and the Northwest. So shows more like Washington and Oregon, especially northern Montana and Idaho. Those some spots close to like 20 inches or even more. Some spots. The Sierra Nevada does show some snow too. Shows there like central Colorado and the Rockies, central northern Utah, more in Wyoming, those areas. Does show a tiny bit in Michigan, maybe northern New York, but very little. Now for the 24-hour freezing rain, does show a little bit South Dakota there the next 24 hours, likely tomorrow, Monday the 30th. So be aware, a little bit of freezing rain, be careful. And today in Maine, does show more in Maine, like 0.5 of an inch, so stay safe there through today there in Maine, and even tomorrow. So be careful, but most of it is today there. Now the 24 max swingers does show wind there throughout today. Sunday, like Wyoming, some spots in Colorado there. Be careful. Does show like more areas in Wyoming, especially southeastern Wyoming, close 65 to 75 mile per hour gusts. Some mountain spots. Does show California, the Sierra Nevada, close to like some 70 mile per hour gusts or even more. The very high elevations. So be careful there. And does show here like a little bit breezier on the Great Lakes, some spots. Now the day 1 max temperatures, it's already the middle of the day, but it does show some 70s, even close to 80s, more southern Texas, and some 30s, 20s in the north, quoting the Rockies there, and those areas. Does show some 30s in the northeast, some 70s in Florida and the southeast. Now for day 1 minimum temperatures, does show tonight to tomorrow morning colder the Rockies there, especially as some high elevation central Utah, those very purple areas might be like 5 Fahrenheit, 10 Fahrenheit or something. Same thing for northern Utah and like Wyoming, those areas. Be careful like northern North Dakota, like Montana, some colder winters as well, some 30s all the way down to Kansas, and some 30s the northeast, but like nothing crazy. And does show like here. So day 2, why doesn't it work? max temperatures for tomorrow, Monday. So the maximum temperatures for Monday are already showing cold in the Rockies. There's like some teens and 20s, some 21 Fahrenheit. Northern Utah and some parts of Wyoming are showing even some low teens, and it's cold in some parts of Nevada, the Sierra Nevada, Washington, Oregon, except on some low elevations on the coast, some 40s, close to 50s, but some 20s in the north there, those areas, but some 50s in the northeast, some 70s in southern Florida, and some 80s in Texas again there. But for like day two, minimum temperatures already shows some very cold uh, temperatures to rock, especially Wyoming and Colorado. Those dark purples in Wyoming are like some -6 Fahrenheit, -1, -3 Fahrenheit. So be careful. Northern Utah as well, very cold. Like central Colorado, the mountains. There's some purple areas more like whitish. So those areas are almost like to -9 Fahrenheit or something. So be careful there, and also the wind chills and everything. And outside of those very dark purple zones are like 20s and teens. So stay safe. Some teens in the north as well, some 20s and 30s all the way down to northern Texas, some 50s, 70s in Florida, some 30s in the northeast. So day three, maximum temperatures for Tuesday during the day. The show still cold, still some like low single digits in some very high spots of Wyoming, but still some general teens and 20s there, the Rockies. So be careful. Some single digits, the very high spots of Colorado, some low teens, and some 30s in the other mountains, like some 20s and teens in the north, even during the day. Now day three, minimum temperatures for like Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, does show some more single digits starting the north, like 2, 1 Fahrenheit, northern Montana, North Dakota, and those areas. So stay safe there. And especially the Rockies, Wyoming, Colorado shows even colder. Wyoming, if you zoom in there, the temperatures might show like -7 Fahrenheit, some -3. So stay safe. Some 20 things, especially northern Utah, shows more like central Colorado, those areas, so very cold. Shows the Sierra Nevadas, some spots like Nevada, cold as well. Washington, Oregon, except on the coast, very cold. And shows in Idaho, cold as well. Some 20s, 30s, all the east to Ohio, and all the way down to Texas, and also in the northeast in the Appalachians, some 30s too. And here, like, wait, here. So a little bit closer look there. So in Colorado shows all the way to -12 Fahrenheit, some -4, some -9 Fahrenheit. Those areas. Those show Oklahoma, Kansas, some 20s. There's some teens in western Kansas. So be aware. Now like northwestern U.S. Wait, here. So does show Wyoming all the way to like -9, some -10 Fahrenheit, and 0, 12, 2 Fahrenheit. So stay safe in those areas. Now for the whole country. So this is day three, minimum temperatures. Day four, maximum temperatures. Does show like some 8, 7 Fahrenheit in the north still. For Wednesday the 1st during the day, still shows some 20s. There's teens in the Rockies, warmer in Florida, Texas, Arizona, California on the south, and some 20s, some 30s in the Appalachians, the northeast. So be aware. And now for like the show day 4, minimum temperatures, some cold air into North Dakota and Montana and those areas. Now for like Wyoming, still very cold, Colorado and the Rockies, stay safe in Texas. The show some 30s there, some 30s all the way down to Louisiana, Florida, some 20s, and more things in the Midwest, but some 20s all the way down to Alabama, the Northeast. But be careful those wind chills in the north. Now day 5 maximum temperatures does show warmer in the south, but still some single digits in the north even during the day. Shows very cold in the high elevations as well, some 30s in the northeast. But like day 5 minimum temperatures now for like January 3rd, Friday, does show to like minus 12 already showing in the north in those areas. So this indicates some very cold air, especially minus 12 might feel like minus 20 the wind chills depending on the wind. So stay safe, please be careful. But there's still like 1 week out, so this forecast will still change a little, but just prepare yourselves. Shows some things, some single digits all the way down to northern Nebraska, some things all the way down to Kansas, some 30s in the southeast, some 20s. So stay safe. And now day 6 maximum temperatures does show here like, wait, still some single digits, even some negative Fahrenheit in the north during the day on Saturday, day 6, January 4th, and still some 30s the northeast and some areas, but like the night of January 6th to the 7th does show here like, wait, they don't have it still. It's still too far out, but just be aware in those areas and stay safe, especially now in the near future, next 5 days. So they do have, as I speak, a severe thunderstorm watch near like North Carolina, South Carolina. So be careful, the storms happening there now. Some wind advisories for like Kentucky, West Virginia, Ohio, some severe thunderstorm warnings there, right? Some like wind advisories Western Pennsylvania, New York, some wind warnings, and into parts of Indiana and Illinois. So be aware of those areas. And then also some high wind watches, some parts of New Mexico, Colorado, and Kansas, and Nebraska, southeastern Wyoming. Some wind warnings there too. Some red flag warnings for tomorrow, maybe today too, but maybe tomorrow in Colorado, New Mexico. Stay safe, those the fire danger. So winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings, the Rockies, Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, maybe northern Utah, some spots north central Colorado, and those areas there. So stay safe. Now for like that blues, like some avalanche warning, I think. Yes, some avalanche warning there. So stay safe. In northern Alaska, northwest Alaska, extreme cold warning. Please stay safe if you are there, especially the wind chills. I'll show you the temperatures in a minute. Does show some wind warnings and watches, not watches, but advisories in Nevada and California too. Some wind weather advisories, some frost advisories there. Some flood watches Northern California. Yes, so stay safe there. Now for like the temperatures here, northern Alaska. So that's Celsius. So where's Fahrenheit? So there's this this mass of very cold air into northern Alaska there, right from the Arctic, right from Siberia. So it does show like some minus 30, minus 40 Fahrenheit, some minus 41 Fahrenheit, some minus 48, not 48, like 28 Fahrenheit. So stay safe there. This is right now as I speak, at today's Sunday there. So stay safe. Shows further south there some some minus 20s to some minus 18 Fahrenheit. In Anchorage, some things, some 16 Fahrenheit, but very cold there. Please stay safe. Now for like, wait, later today still shows cold into tomorrow there's, and then Monday the 30th still very cold, so like some minus 20s, and southeast Alaska will bear some 30s and like some 20s, 30s and things, and then the show Monday still cold there, still like minus 28, minus 27, and also into eastern Alaska there. So stay safe. Those temperatures, like on January 3rd, they show already minus 45 Fahrenheit, northern Alaska, in those areas. So stay safe. This is just a forecast. It might change, but be prepared there and stay safe. The wind chills, even right now, it's like minus 41. Wind chills might go to like minus 50 or something. So stay safe there. And now some Celsius here for Canada. Let's just take a quick look. So now Sunday, Yukon, the massive very cold air is already affecting some areas there. Some minus 36, some minus 35. So stay safe. Northern, northwestern territories, those areas. There's like some Arctic peninsulas there, very cold, into like northern Quebec and Labrador. There's this break of warmer air near southern Ontario and Quebec, but still like 3 degrees is kind of coldish. So be aware. Shows like Alberta and Saskatchewan, those negative temperatures there. But later, like tonight into Monday, there's some more like Yukon, northwestern territories, the extreme cold. This goes more towards Nunavut as well. This keeps going Monday the 30th into Tuesday. There shows some spots northwestern territories like minus 41 Celsius, some minus 29 into Nunavut as well. Northern British Columbia shows some minus 26. So very cold there, very cold. Be careful. Like some minus 35. And to Wednesday, they show this cold air that diving all the way down to Saskatchewan. It's like some minus 21 there, some minus 30, some minus 35. So stay safe. Shows some minus 4 is in Yukon still. And then Wednesday to Thursday, they show like Saskatchewan some minus 20s, Alberta some minus 30. So minus 33 degrees Celsius, depending on the wind speed. The wind chills might go to like minus 40s or something. So this is very dangerous. It can cause like frostbite and even hypothermia. Please stay safe. Even like minus 38 southern northwestern territories, between Yukon and northwest territories, all the way to minus 43 degrees Celsius. Please stay safe there. And meanwhile, in Quebec and Ontario, it gets cold again. So right by Thursday the 1st shows some negative temperatures. Already on Wednesday shows some there, coldish in Quebec and Ontario, and New Brunswick, central Nova Scotia. So starts getting cold on the 30th and 31st. This goes like on the 2nd, shows much colder in Ontario, some areas there. Shows like later on January 3rd, shows very extreme cold into like Nunavut, some minus 30s, northwestern territories, northern British Columbia, and also most of Alberta, Saskatchewan, very cold. Show like right in northwestern territories in Yukon, minus 45 degrees Celsius. That's very dangerous temperatures. Please stay safe there. This goes still show like on Ontario, Manitoba on the 4th, so like some minus 27, so even like some minus 16 there in Ontario. Very cold and much across northern US. So negative in the north there, and shows like even like through southern northwestern territories and northern British Columbia, some minus 40, some minus 30 is there, and some spots of Yukon on the 4th, minus 49 degrees Celsius. Please stay safe there. The wind chills like minus 60 plus. So please stay safe. Now for like some wind gusts, let's see if there's anything dangerous. So right now it shows a little bit gust here in northern Quebec. This goes there, the high winds in the Rockies, in the US. So tomorrow, Monday, some higher winds there still, close to some 50, 60 mile per hour gusts. this goes to New Mexico, some higher gusts Central Arizona, Utah, some spots in California. This goes there shows like north, western Quebec, some higher gusts, sorry, and even a little bit more disturbed near the northeast, the Great Lakes, a little bit higher gusts, but on the plains there show like some very high gust too, so miles per hour very quick, so 50s mile per gust, 51, so 52 shows New Mexico too, those high gusts. So the 30th, this goes there, shows a little bit better later, but still some higher gusts, and later there into like New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, some 60s km per gust, and even 70s in eastern Quebec. So Tuesday, this goes there. The 31st shows windier, and Tennessee Valley, Missouri, some areas there. In the Appalachians, so like 40s and 50s mile per gust on the 31st. This goes there, especially on like this January 1st, some 50s mile per gust, southern Appalachians, shows like Pennsylvania, Maryland, and many parts of the Appalachians, some 30s to like 55 mile per gust, some spots on the 1st. This goes there, and now for the 2nd, does show the European model, it's like 51 to like 57 mile per gust in Massachusetts, New York, those areas. Still in the Appalachians, shows there, even like southern Quebec and Ontario, windier to Newfoundland, some areas there, close like 70 km per gust or even more. So the 2nd, this goes there, still windy in the northeast, the Appalachians around the 3rd, still shows windy around the 4th, January 4th, some windy condition in the Rockies, and 50s mile per gust, some spots in the Rockies, northern Ontario, a little bit higher too, the Great Lakes, and still the Appalachians, the northeast. On the 5th shows another round on the plains, some higher gusts, and now the Europeans getting very crazy. December 6th, some wind there, wind, so all the way to like 50, 54 mile per gust, central to eastern US there, and now it's showing like late on the 6th, all the way to like 71 mile per gust in West Virginia. So this goes, sorry once again. Now the 7th shows this going more towards the northeast, and then into Atlantic and some areas. So here now, like for the 7th, shows like 100 km per gust plus, all the way to like 111 Newfoundland, some areas in Nova Scotia, windy too. The 8th a little bit better, but still some stuff there. And now showing like later on the 8th, system in Mexico, some stuff in the Gulf, showing some very high winds in the Gulf, and all the way to the Caribbean, Friday the 10th, and an enormous system into Canada there once again. But this like 2 weeks out, or even 3, and these models update like 3 times per day or even more, so don't worry about that, that's too far. But just to mention it, I see people talking about it on Twitter and everything. The Europeans now showing a big snowstorm and freezing rain around January 8th in Texas and the Mid-South, passing the southeast, going all the way as a northeastern into Canada there. But that's like just one run from the European, and most likely change. So be aware, but nothing to freak out. And does show that the northwest, there's snow occurring now, some snow in Canada, those areas. This goes Monday the 30th, tomorrow, still shows no central Canada, and even to like Quebec and Labrador, shows some rain in Atlantic Canada too, and some snow central Ontario the 30th. And sorry about that. And then this goes still on the 31st, shows some snow lingering around Labrador and Quebec. This goes shows like later there, British Columbia in some areas. Shows another front into Washington, Oregon, British Columbia on the first. Some snow there in the northwest. So this goes, more snow on the second, still showing some snow in the northeast on the second, the European, January 2nd, more Quebec. So this goes there, still some snow the northwest. That show another front to the northwest on the third, more snow in eastern Canada and the northeast on the fourth. And the European now, December 5th, does have a bigger snowstorm, the northern plains and Midwest, and another front there too, and more in the northwest on the 6th there. But we'll keep watching this and don't freak out. So rainfall accumulation 4 days does show more rain along the east there in eastern Canada and the northeastern US. There are some higher accumulations, some spots, and does show some more rain in Florida. The southwest kind of quiet, but the northwest does show more rain too. And here especially like in Oregon shows more close to like where's the settings. So in inches here does show like some 3 inches along the coast, but most of it is snow on the mountain. Does show some 13 inches of snow in Idaho, some more snow Wyoming. This in 4 days of accumulation shows more snow in eastern Canada and like northeastern US, especially like now on the coast, like the interior of New England shows more in New York too, some parts of West Virginia, Pennsylvania. Be careful there in Ohio and Michigan. Shows some more snow in Michigan. It shows that snow in the plains next 4 days, the Rockies, some spots there. So be careful, that snow and everything, and avalanches and everything. So stay safe there. Now the hurricane here very quick. So Sunday, today the herd does have the storms there now in Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina. Be careful, those storms does have there in Ohio too, and more stuff later. So stay safe. And the herd is also showing snow like in Quebec and Ontario, and the herd show like Tuesday does snow in the plains, showing the rain snow in the Midwest. So yeah, and the northwest there. So be aware in those areas, and sorry for speaking too much, but stay safe. And also, because I always forget about it, remember at the end, be careful with fog as well, especially this cold mornings, some spots of Canada and the US, so be aware.